What if your religion forbade you from eating vegetables, cutting wood, or even letting your enemy's flesh go to waste? In the forests of Valenwood, the Wood Elves, the Bosmer, follow one of the most extreme religious covenants in the Elder Scrolls universe, the Green Pact. It's not just a dietary rule. It's not just environmentalism. It's a metaphysical contract with a god that shapes every aspect of Bosmeri life, from what they eat, to how they build their homes, to how they wage war. Today, we're breaking down exactly what the Green Pact is, where it came from, and what it really means. To understand the Green Pact, we have to go back to the Dawn era, a time before the world had stable form. According to Bosmeri theology, the early world was chaotic and fluid. Nothing had fixed shape. Then came Ifra, the forest deity known as the storyteller. Ifra gave structure to existence by naming the natural world, defining trees, seasons, animals, and the laws that govern them. This act stabilized reality itself. But the Bosmer were different. In some versions of the myth, they were once shape-shifters, formless beings who could take any shape. Ifra granted them stable form, but in exchange demanded a sacred covenant. They would protect and preserve the green, the plant life of Valenwood, forever. That covenant is the Green Pact. So what does the Green Pact actually require? First and most famously, Bosmer cannot harm vegetation in Valenwood. That means no cutting down trees, no harvesting crops, no eating fruits or vegetables, no using fallen branches for firewood. Even dead plant matter is off limits. Instead, the Bosmer are obligate carnivores within their homeland. They survive entirely on meat, wild game, fish, insects, and animal products. They do not practice agriculture. They do not cultivate fields. Everything they consume must come from animal life. And then there's the rule most people remember. If a Bosmer kills a humanoid in Valenwood, they are required to eat the body. This is sometimes called the meat mandate. It's not casual cannibalism. It's ritual obligation. The idea is that nothing should go to waste. If blood is spilled, the body must be consumed so that it returns to the natural cycle. This isn't done for cruelty. It's done to maintain balance. The Green Pact doesn't just affect diet. It defines Bosmeri civilization. Since they cannot cut wood, traditional construction is forbidden. Instead of building houses from lumber, Bosmer live in living trees. Their homes are shaped organically, often through careful cultivation or magical manipulation, rather than destruction. Their tools and weapons reflect the same philosophy. While Bosmer are famous archers, their bows in Valenwood are traditionally made from bone, horn, and sinew, not local wood. Any plant-based materials must be imported from outside their homeland. Economically, this makes Valenwood dependent on trade. The Bosmer rely on outsiders for cloth, paper, and lumber. In return, they export meat, animal products, and their unmatched skill as hunters and scouts. It's a society built around hunting and adaptation, not farming and industry. But the most terrifying aspect of the Green Pact is what happens when it's broken, or when the Bosmer are pushed to the brink. This is the Wild Hunt. The Wild Hunt is an ancient ritual where the Bosmer collectively abandon their stable forms and revert to chaotic, primal shape-shifting. They transform into monstrous, often grotesque creatures. It is a weapon of absolute last resort. When invoked, the Wild Hunt overwhelms enemies through sheer numbers and savagery. But there's a cost. Those who participate usually cannot return to their former selves. It's a permanent unraveling of identity. Theologically, it represents a reversal of Ifra's gift. If form was granted, it can also be surrendered. The Wild Hunt is the ultimate reminder that the Bosmer's shape and their place in the world is conditional. Now here's where things get interesting. Not every Bosmer follows the Green Pact equally. Tribal communities deep within Valenwood tend to be strict, but urban Bosmer, especially those living outside their homeland, often interpret the pact more loosely. Some ignore parts of it entirely when living abroad. The pact technically applies only within Valenwood. Once outside, observance becomes more personal than absolute. So while the Green Pact defines Bosmeri identity, its interpretations can vary as much as any religion. I'll be posting more content like this soon. So let me know in the comments if there's any part of Elder Scrolls lore you'd like to know more about. And remember to like and subscribe.